end the COVID emergency, Mr. President? What's behind your decision to end the COVID emergency?
The COVID emergency will end when the Supreme Court exits. We've extended to May the 15th to make sure we get everything done. That's all. There's nothing behind the wall.
When I ran for president, I agreed that we're going to build from the bottom up and the middle out to bring back good-paying jobs you can raise a family on, whether or not you went to college, to give families more breathing room, to invest in ourselves again, invest in America again. And that's what we've done. There's nothing we can't do. Nothing. When the hell has America ever set a goal that it didn't reach? When has it ever? Name me a time. Name me a time when America's gone through a crunch and didn't come out stronger on the other side than went in.
Which brings me to May 30th, 2020. Bob and Doug returned to the Kennedy Space Center. They suited up, they waved to their families, and they rode an elevator up nearly 20 stories. They strapped in to their seats and waited as the tanks beneath them filled with tens of thousands of gallons of fuel. And then they launched. Yeah, they did.
Thanks to this historic $292 million investment, led by the President, passed by my Senate and House colleagues, Gateway is finally leaving the station. Now, you can use whatever train metaphor you want, anyone you want, but get on the Joe Biden Express now, because we are not stopping.
What I said to the Speaker today and what I said to Leader Reid and what I've said to the two appropriations chairs is that myself, Joe Biden, my team, we are prepared to meet for as long as possible to get this resolved. Now, folks in Washington like to blame one another for this problem, but the truth is neither party is blameless, and both parties have a responsibility to do something about it. Every day, families are figuring out how to stretch their paychecks, struggling to cut what they can't afford so they can pay for what's really important. It's time for Washington to do the same thing. But for that to happen, it means that Democrats and Republicans have to work together. It means we need to put aside our differences to do what's right for the country. Everyone is going to have to be willing to compromise. Otherwise, we'll never get anything done.
But the bottom line is, we have a lot of issues to come together on. It almost always works out best in a bipartisan way when we can do those issues together. And so having the debt ceiling and the funding of government expire at the same time gives another ample opportunity for bipartisanship, not for one party jamming its choices down the throats of the other. We're now approaching crunch time in the debt ceiling talks. I believe that a grand bipartisan bargain is possible, but only if my colleagues on the other side of the aisle take off their partisan blinders. Neither side can afford to cling to their ideological positions any longer.
If he's that old in his second term, the vice presidency becomes even more important. Should Kamala Harris be his choice the second time around?
You know, I really want to defer to what makes Biden comfortable on his team. I've known Kamala for a long time. I like Kamala. I knew her back when she was an attorney general and I was still teaching, and we worked on the housing crisis together. So we go way back, but they have to be a team, and my sense is they are. I don't mean that by suggesting I think there are any problems. I think they are.
So when you apologized for all about the Benjamins comment, you said anti-Semitism is real, and I'm grateful for Jewish allies and colleagues who are educating me on the painful history of anti-Semitic tropes. What did you learn?
A lot. I certainly did not or was not aware that the word hypnotize was a trope. I wasn't aware of the fact that there are tropes about Jews and money. That has been a very enlightening part of this journey.